All right, welcome everybody. This video is going to be going over the requirements for writing project one. I do apologize if I'm a little bit quiet. I'm actually not in my classroom. I'm on vacation and I'm in a hotel room right now. Well, I'm actually in the business office of the hotel, but nonetheless, that's why it's a little bit quieter. So the first writing project you've probably gathered by now, but it's the annotated bibliography. And really what we're looking at there is you're creating a very detailed works cited page according to MLA. So everything that we're talking about comes from this bulk of information here. But the biggest things, the most important parts. First things first, the topic that you choose, I suggest that you choose a topic that you can also use in writing project 2. Writing project 1, this one, just an annotated bibliography. You choose sources that you can write about, you'll tell me about them, you'll give me a summary of them, do different things about these with these articles. But then the idea is for you to take these articles and use them in actually writing an essay for writing project 2. Now in writing project 2, you'll be writing an essay where you try and tell me the cause, or you try and figure out the cause of some sort of social issue. So let's say that let's say your topic is gun control. You want to find out why maybe let's go with mass shootings. Let's talk about mass shootings instead. You want to find out what the cause is of that social issue. And so some people might say it's gun control or lack thereof. Or some people might say that not enough people are trained with weapons. And then a third group might say, no, it's neither of those. It's actually the fact that the police don't have enough money to hire enough workers to have enough patrolmen out. Whatever your argument is, that's what you're trying to figure out in writing project 2. You're trying to figure out what is the cause of the social issue. So let's say that you look at, here's another example, if you looked at maybe abuse, domestic violence and abuse, your essay for writing project 2 would be to figure out the cause of that. So no matter what your issue is, whatever your social issue is, your writing project 2 is going to be trying to figure out what is the cause of that social issue. So when thinking about your topics for writing project 1, try and pick a topic that you're curious about figuring out the cause of. So don't pick your topic for writing project 1. It has to be a social issue, and by social issue that can be just about anything. It can be as big as gun control, mass shootings, domestic violence and abuse, all the way down to Joe Schmo neighbor won't trim his yard. That's a social issue for your neighborhood. But the thing is make sure that you're choosing a topic that you want to figure out the cause of. You tell me about Joe Schmo not cutting his lawn. Well, what's the cause of that? Well, it's not really that. That's not really your writing project 2 essay that looks at the cause of Joe not mowing his lawn might be kind of a boring essay. So anyways, pick a topic that you can use also in writing project 2, a topic that you would like to figure out the cause of. Let's see. So here I kind of talk about that. Writing project 2 consists of a causal argument, and what that is you're trying to figure out what the cause is. You're arguing to say this is the cause of whatever event. Main task, we already talked about that. You'll have a causal hypothesis, basically saying I hypothesize that Joe doesn't cut his lawn because he doesn't have a lawnmower. Okay. Or if you're going for a more appropriate topic. I hypothesize that domestic violence happens with increased alcohol use or something like that. Let's see. Usually indicative. Oh, an inductive argument. Okay. All right. So for writing project 1, your job is to construct a list of valuable sources that you can use when writing project 2. So the idea is here to get 3 sources that you can use in writing project 2 to help you write that essay. For this assignment though, you're going to explore the cause and effect relationship that interests you. So think of something that you can use to figure out, or think of a topic that you want to find the cause of. Let's see, you'll write a 3 to 4 page paper. Now that's you just have to stay within the 900 words, and so that just naturally goes to 3 to 4 pages. Needs to be an MLA, so the citations need to be an MLA, and it consists of 3 parts. So you'll have, well, technically 4 parts. You'll have the actual citation for your article, your website, whatever, and then and that's an MLA, and then you also provide a summary, an assessment, and the reflection. Now the summary, I think I show you this down here. I do. But I'll just give you, I'll explain it quickly right here. The summary, you tell me what the article is about. The assessment is what is important, how does this apply to your topic? Is it a valuable source for you? Now normally you'd look at it in a real annotated bibliography and you would find some that maybe have less value than others. But in this one, since you're only choosing 3, make sure you choose 3 that are valuable to you and then tell me why in the assessment section. And then in the reflection section, tell me exactly how you're going to use that article. As I said before, 3 sources, MLA formatting, in-text citations, but you're not actually writing an essay, so there won't be any in-text. The other thing that I need in this paper, I don't know if it says it here, is a thesis. So the very first line of your work should be your thesis, and then the rest of it should be the actual annotated bibliography part. So let's see, the topic choice, part 1, most of this is due June 5th because this is such a short class that we have most everything due for this writing project in week 1, and then week 2 is a little bit easier. So of course you have to choose your topic. And then after that, the works cited page, which is actually part of the annotated bibliography. And I'll show you why. So down here, this is basically what your works cited should include, your annotated bibliography should include. So the actual citation in MLA formatting, the summary, so tell me what is a brief, write a brief overview of the article. What is it about? What's it talking about? After you summarize, I want you to assess it. Evaluate how is this source useful to you, basically. Answer that question. And in the reflection section, tell me how you're going to use this source in your essay. And everything's explained here a little bit more in depth. That'll be your rough draft. You do this for 3 sources. So you do all of this stuff for each of 3 sources. So you'll do this 3 times, all of these. And that'll bring you to your 3 to 4 pages for your rough draft of the annotated bibliography. Now pay attention here. There is no essay. Okay, it's just the annotated bibliography. It's just 3 MLA citations, 3 summaries, 3 assessments, and 3 reflections. 1 for each of those 3 sources. Okay, I know that gets confusing. So you have 3 sources. Do this for each of those 3 sources. Okay, and then next week we'll work on the final draft. So that is the writing project 1. If you need to, or actually before you watch this video, hopefully you've already looked at this. I'm trying to click on course content here. It's not letting me. There we go. Okay, so make sure if you haven't done so already, you go back to the writing project 1 guidelines and open them. That's what I was going over. So hopefully you had that copy kind of there with you and I was going over it with you. If not, go back now and kind of take a look at it. But after this, I'm going to post another video at the beginning. You'll have already seen it, but it's going to go over the assignments as well. So just make sure you go over all of the videos. Make sure you check out the videos. And these samples will kind of give you what I'm looking for. And if you want, and this is what I always recommend for this assignment, just simply use my template. I provide you here a template that tells you exactly what to do. So all you have to do, fill in the blank. So you would come here to enable editing, put in your name, put in my name, put in the course name. Wow, this is letting me write all over it. Okay, didn't know that would happen. Let's see, the course name, the date. Now this is where your thesis would actually go. So make sure you don't forget that. You don't have to have a title here, so it would just be thesis. The purpose of this essay. So now, I don't expect you to have already watched the video on thesis writing, but this would be a good time to do that. The purpose of this essay is to show that because of mass shootings in Colorado is due to the crazy pills being flushed through the water. Now I'm going to reword this a little bit to make it a proper thesis, because I left out part of my SOAR acronym. Alright, so I put my thesis there, and like I said, make sure you watch the video on the SOAR acronym. But basically I put my reason first. In order to lower the number of mass shootings, that's my reason. This essay shows, this is my action word, and so if you'd like to see it maybe. And I'll delete this afterwards, I just want to show this to you. Alright, so if I was following the SOAR acronym, my subject would be mass shootings. My opinion would be that mass shootings are being caused by the crazy bills in the water. The action word I'm using is the word show, or shows. And the reason I'm doing this is to lower the number of mass shootings. So that's just for you to see how I use the SOAR acronym in building my thesis, but you don't actually need the SOAR acronym here, you just need your thesis. So this is what it would look like, and then you would have your article here, your citation here, whatever it was you used, the website. This one is actually a scholarly article that you would find from maybe EBSCOhost or something like that. And here's basically what you should write underneath each one. And you'll have 3 of them. So here's another one, here's the title of the web page that I've given you, and here's the title of the book. Those are the 3 most common, and you notice that I gave a summary, an analysis, and a reflection for each of them. And that is it. That is all that I really need from you guys. So, good luck on your assignment this week. As always, let me know if you have any questions. And if there's anything that this video doesn't help with, or maybe it created some more confusion, like I said, I'm available on Skype, phone call, text, or email. So feel free to contact me whenever you can, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Other than that, have a good week.